Alex Turner was tired. He pedaled his battered delivery bike through the wet streets of the city, his jacket soaked from the rain. Another night shift, another long list of deliveries, and yet another feeling that life was passing him by. He had no big dreams, no fancy job, and no time for anything exciting, just work, bills, and sleep. He checked the screen on his phone. One more delivery. The address was unusual. It was on the far edge of the city, where old buildings stood empty and broken windows reflected the streetlights in strange angles. He frowned. "Great," he muttered. "Just what I needed. Another creepy place." Despite the unease in his stomach, he rode toward the building. The rain had slowed to a drizzle, and puddles covered the cracked sidewalks. The street was quiet, too quiet. Cars were parked randomly, and a flickering street lamp hummed overhead. When Alex arrived at the building, he saw that the door was slightly open. No lights inside, just shadows. He rang the buzzer, then knocked on the metal door. Nothing. The air felt colder here, and Alex shivered. "Weird," he said to himself. He took the food out of his bag and set it on the doorstep. Maybe whoever ordered would come later. He heard a faint humming sound. At first, he thought it was the street lamp, but then it grew louder, soft but steady, like a heartbeat. He stepped back, scanning the hallway. The sound seemed to come from deeper inside the building, from the dark stairwell. Curiosity got the better of him. He stepped inside. The floor was wet from leaks above, and broken tiles cracked under his shoes. The humming was louder now, almost musical. He squinted and saw something glinting on the floor under a broken chair. Alex bent down. It was small, round, smooth, and silver. Lines of blue light ran under its surface like tiny rivers. He picked it up. The moment his fingers touched the cool metal, the blue lines moved faster, pulsing like a heartbeat. The humming stopped. Then a calm voice spoke inside his head, not out loud. Inside. "Operator detected. Initialization complete." Alex froze. "What the? Who's there?" he whispered. His voice sounded loud in the empty hallway. "You are now registered," the voice said. "You are the operator." Alex stumbled back. The object in his hand floated slightly above his palm, spinning. Symbols appeared in the air, glowing faintly, arranged like a strange pattern of stars. His heart raced. I don't understand," he said. "Am I dreaming?" "You are not dreaming," the voice replied. "Touch is accepted. Operator is bonded. Instructions will follow." Alex dropped the device in panic. It floated gently, then settled back into his hand. The symbols shifted, glowing brighter, forming shapes he had never seen before. His mind tried to comprehend, but it felt like the object was reading his thoughts faster than he could think. What is this?" he asked, more to himself than to the voice. "A multifunction interface," the voice said. "Lost technology. You are now its human operator." Alex blinked. The words made no sense, but part of him felt a strange thrill. Something incredible had just landed in his hands, literally. He slipped the gadget into his jacket pocket and ran out into the street, rain washing over him. He didn't notice the small ship hovering silently above the city, hidden behind the clouds. A tiny scanner blinked. Somewhere far in space, two alien factions felt a signal pulse across the stars. The war that had been far away was about to touch Earth. Back in his small apartment, Alex sat on his worn couch, staring at the gadget. His hands shook. He turned it over carefully. The smooth metal felt warm now, almost alive. "Okay," he whispered. "If you're real, I guess I'll need to figure you out." The voice spoke again, softer now. "Do not fear. Operator will survive. Interface will assist." Alex laughed nervously. "Assist? Right. Sure." He tried touching it again. Holographic shapes appeared in the air above the gadget. A small map of stars, then images of strange machines. The symbols from before floated around him. He waved his hand, and the shapes moved. The device seemed to respond to his thoughts. Alex realized that this was no ordinary object. He could make it show things, explain things, maybe even fix things. He hesitated. Could I maybe fix my bike? The device hummed. A soft blue glow surrounded his bike, the broken chain repairing itself. The gears clicked into place, shining clean and smooth. Alex stared. No way. That actually worked. Excitement replaced fear. He ran small experiments. Broken lamp, fixed, old toaster, working again. His apartment was suddenly full of glowing blue light and floating holograms. He laughed out loud. This is insane. I can't believe this is real. Days passed. Alex started to understand the gadget. It spoke in clear English but had rules. He couldn't just create anything dangerous. It scanned the environment, suggested solutions, and sometimes refused his commands if they were unsafe. Alex found that the gadget liked human creativity. He asked questions it had never heard before. What if I try it this way? He said, testing new methods. The interface adapted. The more he experimented, the more he learned, and the more it trusted his decisions. He told his best friend Daniel about it in vague terms. Some kind of tech I found, he said. Crazy stuff. Might be military or something. Daniel, a computer coder, was intrigued and promised to help him experiment. Even Megan, a smart nursing student who lived in his building, noticed Alex's strange behavior. She asked questions, and he told her just enough to keep her interested but not scared. Megan was curious, clever, and kind. Alex liked that she asked questions humans normally didn't, but danger was coming. A group of dark cars started following him during deliveries. Sometimes the drivers were gone when he looked back. Cameras seemed to glitch when he passed. The gadget warned him. Unknown force tracking operator. Take precautions. Alex realized he could not hide forever. He didn't want to give the gadget up. It was exciting, powerful, and alive in a way no human technology ever had. But he knew that keeping it meant he would face dangers he could not even imagine. Late one night, he pedaled his bike fast through wet streets. The city looked different. Shadows seemed deeper, lights flickered like they were alive, and the rain made the roads shine like mirrors. Alex held the gadget tightly in his jacket pocket. I don't know what I'm getting into, he said aloud, but maybe this is my chance. Maybe my life can actually change. He didn't notice the glowing sensors in the clouds above, the small ship hovering silently. He didn't know that far away, alien leaders had already begun to argue over a tiny human delivery guy who had accidentally touched something far older and far more powerful than Earth itself. For the first time in his life, Alex Turner felt like he was part of something bigger than bills, work, or the city. He was part of the universe now, and the universe was watching him. Alex woke up the next morning with the strange device still in his jacket pocket. Sunlight spilled through his small apartment window, cutting across the scattered papers, empty coffee cups, and worn-out furniture. For a moment, he almost forgot the night before. Then the gadget hummed softly, reminding him that nothing had returned to normal. You are awake, operator, the calm voice said. We begin instruction. Alex rubbed his eyes. Instruction? I don't even know what I'm doing yet, he mumbled. The interface will guide you, the voice replied. Your survival and success depend on understanding it. Alex sighed and got out of bed. He placed the device on the table. It floated slightly above the surface, blue lines running under its silver shell. The holograms appeared again. Tiny maps, strange symbols, and images of objects Alex had never seen. He touched one of the symbols, and a small projection of his apartment appeared. The device scanned everything in his room. Object recognition complete, the voice said. Operator may manipulate environment within safety limits. Alex frowned. Manipulate environment? What does that even mean? Test, the voice said simply. He pointed at his broken coffee maker. A faint blue light stretched from the device toward the machine. Click. Sparks flew, and suddenly the coffee maker worked perfectly. Alex's eyes widened. No way. That actually worked. The voice explained slowly. Interface can repair, analyze, and enhance objects. It responds to operator intent and creativity. Operator is encouraged to explore functions. Alex spent hours experimenting. He repaired broken appliances, fixed his old bike, and even made small gadgets that hummed with blue energy. He discovered that the interface responded differently when he tried ideas the voice had not suggested. His human creativity mattered. Why does it matter what I think? Alex asked aloud. Alien makers underestimated human problem-solving, the voice replied. You are operator. Human logic adds unexpected solutions. Alex smiled. That was a strange way of saying humans could be clever. He liked that. For the first time, he felt proud of something. Later that day, he called his best friend Daniel on video chat. Daniel was a computer coder with messy hair and glasses. He always looked like he had just woken up, but his mind was sharp. Dude, you need to see this, Alex said, showing the device on the camera. It floated and projected holograms above the screen. Daniel blinked. What the... Is that real? Yeah, Alex said. It's like alien tech or something. It fixes things, scans things, I don't even know how it works. Daniel's eyes lit up. If that's real, this could change everything. I mean, think of the coding possibilities. Alex hesitated. I'm not sure I want to tell too many people. I mean, what if someone dangerous finds out? Daniel shrugged. Then we just have to be smart. This is huge. You can't waste it. Alex nodded. All right. We'll just test it. Carefully. They spent the afternoon experimenting. Daniel suggested simple tasks, analyzing broken devices, creating small tools, testing the limits of the gadget. Each time, the device responded perfectly. It could fix almost anything, make small repairs instantly, and even create lightweight tools from nearby materials. Megan, Alex's neighbor and a nursing student, noticed something was off. She came to visit while Alex and Daniel were working. What's going on? She asked, looking around at the glowing blue light and floating symbols. Alex hesitated. It's complicated. I found something, and it can do a lot of things. You might not believe me if I tell you everything. Megan raised an eyebrow. Try me. Alex gave her a simple demonstration. The device repaired a broken lamp instantly. Megan gasped. That's unbelievable. Where did you even get that? Alex shrugged. I don't know, it was just there. Megan frowned. Are you sure this is safe? I don't know, Alex admitted. But it feels like it's helping me, not hurting me. The three of them tested the device in Alex's apartment for hours. It became clear that the interface could do more than repair things. It could create small holographic models, project maps, and even suggest ideas for improvements Alex had never thought of. Then the warnings came. Small black cars began following Alex during his deliveries. Cameras on the street sometimes glitched when he passed. The device warned him silently. Unknown force tracking operator, the voice said. Precautions recommended. Alex felt a shiver. Tracking? What do you mean? Entities attempting retrieval, the voice explained. Risk to operator exists. Alex tried not to panic. He was a delivery guy. He was not a soldier, but now somehow he had become part of something bigger. One night, while delivering food, Alex noticed a man standing in a dark alley watching him. The man's face was hidden in shadow, and he moved with careful precision. Alex's heart raced. Who is that? He whispered. The device responded instantly. Unknown entity. Keep distance. Avoid confrontation if possible. Alex pedaled faster. The man followed for a short distance but did not give chase when Alex reached a busy street. Still, the fear stayed. Whoever these people were, they wanted the device, and they would not stop. Back at the apartment, Alex told Daniel and Megan about the man in the alley. "They're after the device," he said. "I don't know why, but it's dangerous." Daniel frowned. "Then we need to be careful. Maybe test it only in private. Don't use it where anyone can see." Megan nodded. "And we should plan for emergencies. What if they come for you at night?" Alex thought about it. "Yeah, we need a plan." Over the next few days, Alex began to experiment with defense. He discovered that the device could create small energy shields, temporary barriers, and even manipulate the environment slightly. He could lift small objects with telekinetic force, push doors closed, and block narrow passages. One night, he tested a larger function. He focused on a pile of old boxes in his alleyway. The device glowed, lifted them gently, and arranged them into a barricade. "Not bad," he said, smiling despite the fear. "Could be useful." The more he used the device, the more he realized something strange. It responded not just to commands, but to his thoughts, his creativity, and his willingness to try new things. Alien technology alone was powerful, but combined with human intuition, it became unpredictable in the best way. Megan helped by thinking of practical uses. "What if you could use it to protect people?" she suggested. "Not just yourself." Alex nodded. "Yeah, I can see that. I never thought about that before." Daniel was fascinated by the coding side. "If we understand its logic," he said, "we could make it safer, more efficient, maybe even hide its energy signature so no one can track it easily." Alex realized that the three of them made a good team. He had the interface, Daniel had logic, and Megan had practicality. Humans working together added something the device could not predict. But danger was growing. The black cars appeared more often. One night, Alex noticed several men in dark clothing following him while he was on a delivery. The device whispered warnings, but they were too far to act physically. Alex thought quickly. He led them on a chase through narrow streets, using the device to lift small objects, create obstacles, and even open doors that slammed shut behind him. The men were confused. They had advanced technology, but they were not human. They did not think like humans. Alex laughed breathlessly. "You don't know what you're up against," he shouted. The men eventually gave up and vanished into the night. Alex realized that the device had not just helped him survive, it had shown him that human creativity and bravery could matter, even against unknown alien forces. Back at the apartment, Alex, Daniel, and Megan sat together, catching their breath. "This is bigger than us," Megan said. "Way bigger. But we can handle it if we work together." Alex nodded. "Yeah, humans don't give up easily. We find ways, even with limited tools. That's something aliens don't expect." Daniel smiled. "Exactly. We're clever, unpredictable, and stubborn, and now, we've got something powerful on our side." Alex looked at the floating device. Its blue lines pulsed gently. "All right," he said. "We'll figure this out, one step at a time. But I have a feeling life is about to get a lot more interesting." Outside, the city lights reflected in the puddles. Somewhere beyond the clouds, small ships moved silently, scanning, waiting, watching. Alex had changed his life without even meaning to, and the universe was taking notice. For the first time, he felt ready for whatever came next. The next week was tense. Alex Turner had grown used to the gadget, but the danger was growing too. The black cars appeared more often, and strange figures lurked in the shadows. He knew that keeping the device meant he was no longer just a delivery guy. He had become part of something much bigger. One rainy evening, Alex was delivering an order to a building near the edge of the city. His heart beat faster than usual. He had noticed the black cars earlier, parked far enough to seem harmless but close enough to watch him. Something in his gut told him that tonight, he could not run away. As he approached the delivery location, he saw a man step out from behind a dumpster. This man was different. His face was covered, and his movements were too smooth, almost unnatural. Alex froze. The gadget hummed inside his pocket. "Unknown entity detected. Risk level high," the voice warned. Alex swallowed hard. "I guess hiding isn't an option anymore," he whispered. He gripped his bike tightly and thought quickly. The man approached slowly, and as he stepped into the dim light, his body shimmered. His arms stretched slightly, and his face began to change shape. Alex's eyes widened. He was not human. The man was a shapeshifter. The figure spoke in a voice that sounded human, but strange, hollow. "Surrender the device," it demanded. "It belongs to us. You do not understand its power." Alex tried to stay calm. I don't know what you're talking about," he said, though his voice trembled. The gadget floated from his pocket, glowing brighter. A shield of blue light appeared around Alex and his bike, blocking the shapeshifter's first move. Alex's heart raced, but he remembered how the device had helped him before. "You want it? You'll have to take it," he muttered. The alien attacked, moving faster than Alex could see. But the device created small obstacles in its path, lifting boxes and street debris, blocking the shapeshifter's steps. Alex guided it with his thoughts, moving the objects to slow the alien down. He realized something important. The alien was powerful, but it could not think like a human. It was strong, fast, and precise, but it did not expect creativity or unpredictability. Alex shouted, "Try this!" And the device lifted a metal signpost, spinning it toward the shapeshifter. The alien dodged, but the movement caused it to stumble over a puddle. Alex's quick thinking had gained him a small advantage. The shapeshifter snarled, frustrated. "You are not human in the normal sense," it said. "But you are clever. That will not save you forever." Alex didn't answer. He pedaled his bike through narrow streets, using the device to move obstacles in his path. He led the alien toward an abandoned warehouse. The alien followed, confident, but Alex had a plan. Inside the warehouse, the space was open, filled with old crates and broken machinery. Alex activated the device fully. Blue shields rose around him, and floating barriers blocked entrances. He even lifted heavy crates with the device, arranging them like walls. The alien charged, but Alex stayed calm. He knew fear would make him make mistakes. He had to use human creativity. Humans were stubborn, clever, and willing to take risks when it mattered. That was something the alien could not predict. The shapeshifter tried to strike him, but Alex anticipated the moves using the device. He manipulated the environment, pushing metal beams to block the alien and creating a small energy shield just in time to stop a strike. Sparks flew and the warehouse shook. You are unpredictable," the alien hissed. Alex grinned despite the fear. "That's humans for you." The fight continued with Alex moving quickly and the alien chasing. He used the device to lift crates, create barriers, and even throw small objects as distractions. It was not about raw power, it was about thinking, reacting, and improvising. Finally, the alien, frustrated and confused, paused. Alex pressed the device firmly. A pulse of blue energy lifted the alien slightly, throwing it off balance. Alex pedaled his bike quickly toward an exit. The shapeshifter regained its stance, but by then, Alex had disappeared into the rainy night. Breathless and shaking, Alex stopped in an empty alley. The device floated above his hand, humming softly. "You survived," the voice said calmly. "Operator demonstrates human ingenuity. Probability of survival increased." Alex laughed nervously. I survived. Barely. Back at his apartment, Daniel and Megan were waiting. They had noticed the strange cars outside earlier. Alex told them everything: the shapeshifter, the chase, the warehouse battle. Daniel whistled. That's insane. You actually fought something that's not even human? Yes, Alex said. And it was strong, but it couldn't think like us. That's why we survived. Megan frowned. But they'll come back, and next time they might bring more. Alex nodded. I know, but we've learned something important. The device can help us think faster, act faster, and use things humans normally wouldn't. That gives us an advantage. Over the next few days, the group began planning. Daniel focused on understanding the device's logic, trying to figure out how to hide its energy signature and improve its response. Megan focused on safety and medical applications, thinking about how the device could protect people. Alex concentrated on tactics and creativity. They worked together, testing the device in controlled ways. Alex discovered new powers: small energy shields, limited telekinesis, and minor environmental manipulation. Megan helped him think about how to protect civilians, while Daniel suggested ways to confuse enemies with clever distractions. One evening, while reviewing city maps, Alex noticed unusual activity on his device. A ship, hidden above the industrial zone, had been monitoring him. He showed the projection to Daniel and Megan. They're here, Alex said. Some kind of second group, different from the shapeshifter we saw. Daniel squinted. You mean another alien faction? Yes, Alex said. And they don't want to attack immediately. They're watching. They might be curious. Megan frowned. Curious doesn't sound safe. No, Alex agreed. But maybe we can use that. If we act smart, we might avoid a direct fight. That night, they tested small traps and defenses around the apartment and delivery routes. Alex learned to use the device to predict movement patterns, create small barriers, and manipulate objects without anyone noticing. The more he practiced, the more confident he became. A week later, the shapeshifter returned. This time, it came with two more similar beings. They moved quickly, surrounding Alex during a delivery. The device hummed urgently. Warning, threat level critical, it said. Alex thought fast. He activated the shields and moved crates, flipping trash cans and using the environment to block the attackers. The shapeshifters struck, but each move Alex made was unexpected. The aliens had power, but they lacked human creativity. Daniel called in remotely, guiding Alex through the device's projections. Move left, push the metal rack, use the trash cans. Megan provided first aid and emergency support in case Alex was injured. Stay calm. Remember your strengths. Alex realized the aliens expected fear and panic. Humans could act irrationally, improvise, and adapt. That unpredictability was their greatest weapon. Using the device and his human instincts, Alex led the shapeshifters into a narrow alley, trapping them temporarily with metal debris and energy shields. The aliens hissed in frustration, unable to adapt to Alex's unpredictable tactics. Finally, realizing they were outmaneuvered, they retreated, disappearing into the night. Alex leaned against his bike, exhausted. I can't believe we survived again, he said, panting. Daniel nodded. Humans are stubborn, clever, and adaptable. That's why you're still standing. Megan smiled softly. And we're not alone. We can work together to keep people safe. Alex looked at the device, floating above his hand, blue lines pulsing gently. I never thought my life would change like this, from food deliveries to this. The device hummed quietly. Operator growth noted. Probability of success increases with continued human collaboration. Alex laughed. Well, we've got teamwork, brains, and guts. Maybe that's all we need. Outside, the city was quiet again. But above, hidden in the clouds, a second alien group watched, taking notes. They had not expected humans to fight back. They had not expected unpredictability, courage, or creativity. Alex had discovered something new. Humans were not weak. Humans were resourceful. And humans with the right tools and determination could survive against forces far stronger and smarter than themselves. For the first time, he realized he was no longer just a delivery guy. He was a fighter. He was part of something larger. The universe was noticing humanity in a way it never had before. And Alex Turner, with a small alien gadget in his hands, was ready to show what humans could do.